Welcome back everyone to Punny Plays the Lore Master, and we are back here in Talmethadris, heading towards the village where we are going to deal with some of the Falcon Clan in order to help to rescue our friends. And first thing we're going to have to do is to deal with the members of the Falcon Clan, who seem to now be having pets. Now, there was no sign before that they're having pets. I'm wondering, what? Did they learn this from a lore master? I know that they have pets no matter what class you play. I always found it interesting here. So where did they suddenly have all of these wolfhound companions that they didn't have before? At least there could be an explanation if you're playing a lore master, because they're saying, oh, hey, what a neat idea, because I had my cat constantly helping me before. Does that mean that they constantly have dogs working for them? Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't think that's necessary with an intentional connection there, but it's just something that I've noticed going around here. Now, I need to collect provisions, defeat Falcon Clan. I've done 3 of those already. I think getting through enough of the Falcon Clan is probably the easiest quest in this entire mess, simply because you're all fighting. You're going to have to fight them in order to complete the other quests anyway, unless somebody goes through here just before you did. And I think that's one of those quests where maybe that's the entire point of them having to kill quests. Sometimes I think is just to make sure you're not following on the coattails of somebody else, so that you had to kill some nominal number in order to have everything done. And under most circumstances, except when they first come out the region, you probably wind up killing 3 times as many as you need in order to complete the quests. So there isn't really any trouble unless there's somebody happy beating right in the area. Now, we've got this all nice and clear. Actually, let's take care of that first. Then we can deal with recovering the body. Okay, there you go. Alright, you have found Riker's fallen form and wonder how many other friends have died. In Tormorva, here comes Theodred, who picks up the body and leaves. I presume he must be well armored so that he can get through that alive. I mean, he's going through in the middle of this hostile village. But alright, very well. Now let's get some more of these provisions, because we need to collect as many of these as possible. Alright, so therefore we have 9 of our 12 there. We see. And we need 4 more provisions. We've taken care of the body. It looks like that all we need to do really is to find more provisions and, of course, kill a Falcon Clan member or 3 along the way. Let's try that wolf. Help to clear our path a little bit. And then after that, we could go and find that missing scout. We have 10 of those. Oh yes, the provisions. Completed Enmity of the Hillmen 2. Really? Enmity of the Hillmen 2? It's the second time I've recently completed an enmity quest in a high level zone. Wondering, say, what is it? Strength of morale. Combat race of man is no. Okay. 2200 to 3000 morale. That's something that is greatly useful at a low level. I'm wondering, okay, how useful can it be? Actually, it's pretty useful when you're at the level I am right now. I'm wondering if they ever rescaled that, or if it's still horribly scaled. Meaning, it's way overkill at low levels, and that it's probably useless if you get into Mordor. Right now, about 2000 morale when you're at 4400. Yeah, that's about half my morale, which is a pretty good percentage of it. Now we've got the archers. We're always a real thrill to fight. And looks like we have 2 sets of provisions right over here, which means, oh, it's not a set of provisions, that is a backpack. It's an annoyingly placed backpack because it makes it harder to find the provisions, so I will have to take, I would be obliged to take the contents of the backpack. And somehow I have always missed one of these sets of provisions. So I will find that, and then I will look for that scout. Hello there, Hurston. Are you alright?
I suffered a cut from a poisoned blade during the fighting.
I'm glad to see you, friend. I was scouting the edge of the village near an orchard when I was beset by 3 Dunlandings. I proved they're better, but I think one of their personal blades was poisoned. I suffered a cut during the fighting, and now I'm very weak. I managed to make it away from the site of the battle, but my strength is gone and I can go no further. Alright, I shall report that situation. What else do you need?
I do not feel well. So weak.
Very well, let me see if I can find something for that. I think I remember there being some sort of plant that helps with this. Now, of course, it is also probably fitting that I do something about this, seeing that I may have collected some poison at one time or the other that may have been used and applied to certain weapons, and yeah, I wonder what excuse they use in order to use these, because they're saying that they're going to be using these against the Dunlandings that joined the wizard and all of that stuff, and saying it was only because they were all dishonorable and all this stuff. Now, of course, then now our Falcon Clan is completely dishonorable, and so dishonorable that they're using poison even on people they have no real excuse. Well, okay, they'll say they're Rohirrim and therefore they don't deserve any mercy. I'm sure they'll say something like this since they are longtime enemies anyway. Now, probably closer to that way. I found all of it, so therefore let's grind it into a powder and bring it to our friend. Now, of course, there may be a little bit of redness to it due to the dye we had before, so I hope that dye isn't in any way toxic to anyone. Certainly, probably not any more toxic than the stuff we're trying to cure him for, so perhaps it should all be alright. Here, try this.
You have returned,
Yeah,
my friend.
yeah, try some of this. Yeah? I feel much better already, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to find this antidote. But how did you know how to make this curative? I am fortunate you did. Well, I am a lore master after all, right? Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a lore master. Everyone knows that. Now let's turn in all these quests. Here are the provisions I collected.
Let us see how well the Falcon Clan wages its war without these goods.
Yeah, let's just see. And I've managed to find the scouts.
You found Deomund and Harrison. I am relieved they still live.
But their encounters are a reminder that Talmadthadris is full of danger. The Falcon Clan is not unprepared, and they have a strong defensive position. Well, that's true. Hello there. I've managed to kill them. Yes, kill all of those people there. Right?
You have done well to defeat the warriors.
Okay.
Let us use their courage against them.
Some members of the Falcon Clan are masters of combat, fearless and quick to engage their enemies, and I want them defeated before we enter the prison caves. Let us use their courage against them. They will not refuse a fight. Blow the horns in front of their houses and defeat them when they come out. Alright, I will do that. Challenge them and defeat them.
Thank you. He is now at peace.
Thank you for recovering the body of my friend. Alright, you are welcome. And well, I suppose that's a slight. Alright, it's the same thing except one additional trait added to it. Well, I suppose that makes the choice there obvious then, if the only difference is the addition of another trait. So let's go and challenge those people to combat. Well, I hope they haven't been preparing for this rematch all along, because didn't I face them before? Or at least two of them. It's annoying that you have to come back into this village again and couldn't fight them at the beginning, but oh well. And here is Mooston, who's now ready for a fight. So let us give him one. And just to show him that he's not the only one that's picked up a few techniques. Besides, we already know all about his new techniques, right? Because where do you think he got them from? You think I showed him everything? Well, maybe I showed him a trick or two, but he didn't come with his own cat, did he? No. Although we do have these enemies up here who do come with their own dogs. So I suppose that balances that out a little bit. Now this has always been the trickiest one. It's probably best to wait until it's right there. I'm hoping that we're out of range of that other group, because if you're not careful, you'd easily be fighting 4 at a time at this place, and not that at my level that's a particularly difficult thing. It would be nice if I could have Sticky Gourd off a cooldown when I start this, so I could give them a nice warm reception at the beginning, and that the cat immediately says, okay, next. But we also must take the Kalinard that is within here. And now we could deal with her, and there is the second horn there for the challenge. And let's call the Horn of Challenge. Boy, she is quick. Gainor is really quick to come out. Yeah, I'm ready for a rematch. This time it will be different. This time, yeah, I know it'll be different. That's because this time I'm going to be obliged to kill you. Now, what about the third one? That means getting back down there, preferably without getting crunchy-legged. Then, finally, we have Woundod. Woundod. And that will take care of our 3 champions of the Dunlanding. So it is time for us to head out, return to camp, and tell them of our success, and that it is time that we go and rescue our rangers from their little ordeal. As soon as we deal with this wolf. Oops. And there you go. Let's get out of here. I have dealt with their champions.
It is good you bested the champions.
Venturing into the prison caves will be dangerous enough without the threat of a highly skilled Falcon Clan champions in our path. And we get... Alright, that's an upgrade it looks like. How's it look? Not bad. There you go. Now what do we do?
The preparations are made. Now we must strike.
It is time to strike, which is what we'll do in the next episode of Piney Plays, The Lore Master.